It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning. Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Recktenwald. This is Scooter.
Whoop, whoop. Hold on.
Scott,
whoop, whoop.
You had a double up?
I had a double up from yesterday.
This is Scooter. Whoop, whoop, Scott Callies.
You were nice to point out that I missed something yesterday.
You did.
And, yeah, I'm going to have a hard time with that one.
Yeah. Your 24-month record was shattered yesterday.
Yeah. My perfect record has just went boop.
XL7-TV local show will be 2 years old in October.
There you go. There you go. And I messed up my opening.
Yeah, 23 months. Perfect
23
timing.
months.
And guess what?
Pew.
You can get all the attaboys in the world, but you get one all crap, and guess what?
It's over.
It's over.
That's all that matters. That one, oh, man. Yeah, you called to let me know, and thank you for doing that, rightfully so, yeah. Yeah.
Other than that, how's Scooter?
I'm doing good. I am.
Yeah.
Can't complain. It's chillier outside this
It's a little nippy today, yeah.
I like it. I mean, I like this kind of temperature right here.
It was a little chilly last night.
I wonder how it's going to be at the end of football.
At the end of football tonight,
Mm-hmm.
kickoff is supposed to be 61 degrees.
Okay.
At the end of the game is supposed to be about 58.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
No,
Tomorrow morning when you
cooler.
get, well, you won't get up this early tomorrow morning, but when I get up tomorrow morning, 45.
Not bad. No problem.
Long sleeves and a hoodie.
Yeah, I'm about to say, you got a long sleeve on today. I'm
Heck,
proud
I've
of
been
you.
wearing long sleeves for the last 3 days.
Of course, we were in the press box last night, and everybody complaining about being cold in the press box. I thought
I
it
was good.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, I was good. The two bookends, though, were a little bit whiny.
Yeah. Problem is, my wife was one of them.
But I'll take it.
Yeah.
I'll listen to the wine just to have the help. And
There you go.
Really appreciate both of them, Amanda and Bobby Rowden and Amanda Callies. And, of course, I appreciate you being there as well.
We work good as a team.
It just, you got to have the liking of the sport and the, just to do stuff to help out the kids. And
Yeah.
been a long time up in there, 27 years.
Been a while.
Yeah, been in that box 27 years. Don't know if I'd trade it for anything. Well, maybe.
I'm about to say, I got to think about that.
A couple Uncle Bens would be nice. Anyway, Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect, it's not just their motto, it's how they do business. And it's not just here in Mountain Home, it's all across the state with 29 locations to serve you and one in Memphis, Tennessee. And now the morning prayer. Lord, we just pray for the people of Florida as they deal with the aftermath of Hurricane Ian this morning. And last night as they were dealing with seeing how much damage was actually there. Those that were displaced from their homes, Lord, we just pray that they will find shelter. Those that were felt abandoned in their homes and didn't leave when they were told to, we just pray that you'll keep them safe as well. Help them understand that it's going to be a while before they get their utilities back, the electricity, the water, and such. It'll be a while before that all gets back in. But from the way the news reports are this morning, Lord, they've got plenty of help headed their way just as soon as the roads clear up from water that they can actually get there. Lord, we pray for the folks of South Carolina and North Carolina as a Category 1 hurricane is going to hit them this morning. As Ian went across the state of Florida, back into the ocean, re-strengthened, and now is headed back towards South Carolina. We just pray that you'll keep those folks as safe as possible as well. It's in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. If you don't know where they're located here in Mountain Home, take a trip up Highway 5 North. Look for the biggest American flag you've ever seen. Pull in their parking lot and go talk to them about pre-planning.
It's good to have it done. Your loved ones don't have to do it.
When did you get yours done?
I haven't.
Oh, well, my gosh.
How about you? Yeah, oh my gosh.
Day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow. I know it's easy. It's easier to say it than do it, but it sure makes a difference on your loved ones when
Now
it's time.
you put that, you makes it feel like you're putting a stamp on my dead date.
I get it,
You know?
but it's going to happen to everybody. It's going to happen to everybody.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't want to rush it.
you're not setting a time just because you're going in and pre-planning. You're taking the burden off your family if something was to happen.
Yeah,
How's that?
that's pretty good. Yeah.
That was right off the tip of my tongue.
That's the pot calling the kettle black there, buddy. Yeah, just jump right in there.
Yeah. I'm chewing you out. I did it.
Yeah, I was wondering about that. There you go. Roller Funeral Home of Arkansas, with all our respect. Renata Jenkins Byler and her staff do a wonderful job taking care of you in your time of need. Go visit with them. At this moment, check them out. This is the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zdora.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer has been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I guarantee you, them folks down in Florida, some of them feel abandoned.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Yeah, that's tough. And to try to wait that out knowing what was coming through, I mean, I think the people are nuts to, you should, to me,
Here's my point.
take the precaution, come back. That way you're not dealing with a bunch of trying to rescue people.
Get off your soapbox. Here's where I was headed with that before you jumped
sorry.
off and took a left turn.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The folks in Florida feel abandoned, but if you don't want to feel abandoned, call Bob and Linda Zdora at the Z Team, 870-405-0793.
There you go.
RetiredArkansas.net is their website. Go there and click on live views, and you're going to see something just like this.
Fog.
Fog. It's a froggy day.
It's a froggy day.
Yeah,
It's
froggy
actually
day.
starting to clear out. You didn't see that little bit on the left that was there earlier, and the other camera. I couldn't get any pictures of the bridge this morning. It was just fog.
Just really foggy.
Yep.
Go to the live shot, or the still shot, please. Maybe.
Yeah, let me open
Unless
it.
you can get to the
Nope,
river
I got
close
it.
up.
No, the river's fog.
Oh, all over?
Yeah.
Okay. What you're looking at is a shot into Carter, Arkansas from Marion County, Arkansas. This is the White River on the right-hand side, as it says. Mountain Home is to the right. The city of Carter is there in the center. The state of Missouri is off the horizon. Rainbow Bridge is there, as well as the old railroad bridge. City of Bull Shoals is far to your left. This is what we like to call God's country, folks. If you are interested in taking a look at the state of Arkansas for maybe a retirement home or a second home or picking up on a vacation rental by owner, give the Z Team a call at 870-405-0793. RetiredArkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to assist you. And now we'll just go to temperatures. How's that?
There you go.
Temperatures in the area in Mountain Home, it's 44. Harrison's 44. Batesville's 45. Yellville's 40. We hit the 30. Scooter. Marshall is 39.
Oh, broken.
Salem is 41. Mountain View is 39. Calico Rock 44. West Plains, Missouri is 41. Springfield, Missouri 44. Poplar Bluff, Missouri 43. And St. Louis, Missouri is 41. And the radar. Looks like the Hurricane Ian is definitely on land in South Carolina, in North Carolina, and it's a powerful, big storm.
Mm-hmm.
Big, powerful storm.
Yeah, it hit Florida at a Category 4, but it was almost a 5. It was just
Almost a 5, and it's hitting Charlotte right now, or the South Carolina coast. It hit it as a Category 1 this morning. When it came in, but it's covering all of the state of South Carolina, nearly all of North Carolina. That's how big it is. And it'll have an impact for a couple of days as far as how much water it brings. And there's the path it's going to take. This morning, by tonight, it's definitely going to be hitting North Carolina. The eye of the storm will be hitting North Carolina. sometime this evening. It'll still be 35-mile-an-hour winds into Saturday, all the way up into Virginia. So that thing has traveled a long way, built up, let go, built up again, and now it's impacted the Carolinas. As you can see, all the watches and warnings are on the east coast of the United States. We've got some cold weather, frost advisories up in Michigan, and I'm glad that's not here yet. Aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
7-day forecast looks like this. Sunny today, high of 73, low tonight of 44. Tomorrow 77, tomorrow night 47. Sunday 78, clear and 51. Monday 77, Monday night 50, and on Tuesday 79. Wednesday be high near 80, low of 53, and then Thursday would be high near 75. So a nice clear week all week this week. Going to be a little bit cooler. It's time to start putting up your lawn stuff, get ready for winter, and this weekend looks like a good weekend to get that done. There we go, preaching again. Tree pollen today is none, tomorrow none. Grass pollen is low today, none tomorrow, none on Sunday. Ragweed is moderate today, high tomorrow, high on Sunday. Lake Norfolk, 553.81, which is 1.81 above full pool. So Norfolk's come up just a tad. How about that?
There you go.
Norfolk is currently generating 1, and Lake Bull Shoals is, at last report, is generating 7 with a lake level 657.62. Here it says 657.55, which is 1.45 below full pool of 659. And that is the weather and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. RetiredToArkansas.net is their website. Go check them out. You're watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. We'll be back in just a moment.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Just a couple things we want to cover before we go to This Week in Real Estate. Tomorrow is the 17th Annual Veterans Appreciation and Outreach Picnic at ASU Mountain Home. Starts at 11 o'clock. The ceremony will kick off with the singing of the Star Spangled Banner by Leanne Jackson, and then a performance thereafter from 11 to 1 by Katie Laney Project. Food will be provided by the Good Samaritan Society. Members of the Naval Junior ROTC program in Mountain Home will also be there to serve the meals. For more information, you can go to usveteranoutreach.org or call Dan Hall at 870-421-2322. A couple other things I wanted to mention. Scooter, today they're having a flu shot, flu season just around the corner. Going to have a flu shot clinic at First United Methodist Church, located at 605 West 6th Street, here in Mountain Home from 9 to 3 today. So I know a lot of folks like to get those flu shots, and that flu season is kicking off. Let's see here. One more thing I wanted to talk about is Keep Baxter County Beautiful. The fall event starts tomorrow at number 1 East 7th Street, which is the courthouse. Go there tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Registration and proclamation of Baxter County Judge Mickey Pendergrass will start the event off. The event organizers are Cheryl Green and Christy Koffler. They are with the Baxter County Juvenile Service Office. So if you want to go participate in that, we'll be glad to have you there. Well, let's see, what else did we have here? There's going to be a poker run to benefit Baxter Health Monography, their unit. The tickets are $15 per rider, which includes cars, trucks, and bikes. Breast cancer awareness T-shirts will be available for purchase after the run. Hot dogs, chips will be available at the Moose Lodge, and that'll be tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. Moose
Cool.
Lodge is located at 4754 Highway 5 South. And with that, we're going to cut it loose. A couple commercials. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora of the Z Team, Century 21 LeMac Realty here in Mountain Home, 870-405-0793. How about that?
Very good.
Yeah.
Good.
One of these days I'll remember that number. How's things in your world?
Good. We put a house under contract this week, and we're out on a couple listing appointments. So that's a good sign. I mean, the market's still active. The interest rates, I saw a piece yesterday, Tuesday night, that said that interest rates had crossed 7. And that's like it did really jump fast from 6. It went kind of just, 6 was like a little speed bump going to 7. Wow. So it affects how much people can afford, obviously. I mean, and people that are in other places, because we're depending upon people coming here, as we've spoken about before, and for them to sell where they are, there's markets that are down 25%. Price-wise from where they were. So what they thought they were going to get for their house, they're not, and it's harder to sell some of these houses. And we're seeing it here. We're seeing the houses with price reductions that are going under the house that we put under contract. We had put a price reduction in a week ago, and it went under on Sunday. Just the way the market is. I mean, it's going to be a more normal market. But the problem is we don't have the inventory that we've historically had for this. And when you're still down in the low 200s for houses, it's really not very many for an area as big as we cover, as big as we have here. And the whole, within the sound of my voice, pretty much, we cover all that area into Wisconsin. So we're talking into Missouri, and to be able to help people up there, pretty big net. And to only have 230 some houses, I think it is, available to show people, it's hard. And it's the same in other markets as well. There's still a lot of demand not a lot of supply, and that's what's keeping the prices up. Otherwise, all the prices would be coming down. If there was 400 houses, 300 houses on the market, the price would be coming down to encourage people to buy them. Most of the ones that we're seeing more and more price reductions every week, and those are the houses that are getting bought up more so. And those that are more reasonably priced. I mean, there were people that were kind of pie in the sky with some of the numbers that they thought, you take a look, you've seen what's sold before you go out on a listing appointment, and then you go, okay, what's your number? Oh, we don't know, you tell us. Everybody's got a number. You've got a number. You know where you want it, where you think you should be. And they're not as realistic as they need to be in this current market.
How long have you been in Arkansas?
We've been here, it'll be 19 years this month.
So have you ever heard the term cut a fat hog?
No.
Okay, so let me explain that to you real quick.
Sure.
So you have a home, and you think it's worth this, but the market is so good, so you're going to list it here, knowing that it's really only worth here. So if you actually sell it for here or somewhere from here to here, you've cut the fat hog, see?
Okay.
Because you've made that extra.
Yeah.
Right.
And over the past 2 years, that's been the case. But once we got through like April, May, it started to turn. As the interest rates kicked in, this became more and more unrealistic. And house is still worth about this, and even with their worth in here, it makes it a little
self-adjusting.
Yes, it does. And it's what it is. It's the market. It's not Bob Zdora. Bob Zdora doesn't come to your house and tell you what it's the market. This thing here tells me what your house is worth.
Right.
I mean, it's it's
some
some knowledge
what somebody's willing to pay for.
Exactly.
And what it'll appraise for.
Right. And that's the other part of it. I mean, getting the appraisers to be because appraisers, we've had instances where appraisers have gone, could you show me where you got your comps from when you priced this house? Because I can't find anything that I can use to help justify this price. Oh, well, and they don't have them. So, and I've asked agents, where did you get this number? I'm looking, I'm trying to help find my client a house, and they like the house, but they certainly don't like where it's priced at. Well, we'll just have them make an offer, and we'll say, we're
going to play the
not
show
necessarily
game.
a good way to do business.
We'll just play the show game and see which.
And then you'll see them, they'll come back up when you see them, when you go through the solds, you'll see them 2 months later, and it'll be 100,000 below what they listed. Well, you may have had 4 other buyers walk past that because they never even went through the front door because it was priced too high. And that's where you got to be. If you can't, people aren't coming through the door, drop the price. More people will come through the door, and your chance of selling will become that much better.
With the increase in interest, has that changed the demographic of the buyer that's coming to this area?
We're seeing more cash buyers or people able to put down a large amount of money, so the interest rate doesn't really hurt them as much. I had a guy tell me a couple weeks ago that I'd rather live in my investment than have it keep losing money in the market. So
I had that same conversation with a banker friend of mine from Fayetteville yesterday, and I said, what are you going to do when you sell your home? He's got a big old house over there. He said, well, I'm going to go buy something, pay cash for it, and just live in my investment.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, that makes a lot of sense. So then I went on and asked him again, and I said, well, 3 months ago we talked about this, and one of the things that you said was you're seeing a lot of refinancing because people are paying off higher interest rate debt and putting a HELOC or whatever on their home. So closings in our area should be a little bit faster to obtain.
They are, because they're not getting as many refis at 6% as you were when they were paying 6% and the rates were at 3%. Smart people did that. You hope for that they got ahead of that, and they're living in their house and they're living in where they're at. It's harder for the banks because of the 3% loans, 4% loans, even a 5% loan when they're charging 7% now to make enough money on those. It's a difficult thing. I saw a thing yesterday that 99% of the mortgages are less than what the rate is now. So that's a good sign. So people are becoming more hesitant to sell because if they're going to sell this house here, wherever here may be, and go someplace else to buy another house, a similar house, a better house, a smaller house, whatever it is, by the time you get done with the difference in the mortgage that you're paying, that's a big hit. You know, I'm under 3, and if we were to buy another house at 7, my payment would probably, if I bought the same house, my payment would probably double with that. Makes a big difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Buyability.
Exactly. It is. It's not the cost of the house. It's not the price of the house. It's what it costs you to live in it. That's the deal.
Yeah. Plus the fact that the natural gas is going up, the LP gas is going up. You know, insurance is changing. You know, everything is changing due to the fact that they're manipulating the market the way they are with the interest rates.
We were in a great house, and I told the guy, I says, you need to talk to your insurance. I says, what do you have this place insured for? Just trying to get some idea of numbers of where they were at on it and stuff. And he told me, I says, you better go back and talk to your agent again, and I would get this, because your replacement value,
you're nowhere close.
You're nowhere close to what it would cost you to replace it. You know, God forbid something happens.
Yeah, we better look at some numbers.
We could do that. This week in real estate, there were 43 new listings came on the market, 2 commercial properties, 16 parcels of land, 25 homes came on the market. They ranged in price from $114,000 to $455,000. There were 26 sales, no commercial properties, 5 parcels of land sold, 21 homes sold. Those 21 homes sold in a price ranging from $95,000 to $620,000. The average sale price this week was $275,000 with 83 days on market. We still did 5.7 in residential real estate closed this past week. And when you look at that average sale price at $275,000, so that means a number of bigger houses sold in there. 5 properties expired, 26 had price changes, and that's up a little bit. Currently, there's 237 homes listed on the MLS. And again, that number is not as good as, it's not an exact number because there's multiple insertions for some of these houses. Year to date, there's been 888 homes have sold for $195 million. Average sale price this year is $219 with 81 days on market. For last year, there had been 947 homes that sold for $188 million. The average sale price last year was $198. That jumped $2,000 this week. Was $198 with 90 days on market. So the days on market is getting smaller for last year, and then prices are going up. The average sale prices are going up. And I mean, the prices are up. They're holding, but they're not. You know, like I say, the price reductions are going to sell before the others, and it's a matter of the number of houses that you got. You got to have enough houses for people to come to see, to want to buy them. And we're noticing an appreciable number of bigger houses coming on the market. I mean, there's a number of houses that have come on that are pushing $1 million, over $1 million. And it's like, where were you a year and a half ago? You know, when you had a much better chance of doing that. I spoke to a banker the other day, and we were talking about jumbo rates for stuff over, I think it was like 650. They dropped that number down some to help with those rates, and even they're still in the low 6s. So that's an appreciable amount of money every month. You know, if you're buying a house that's $700,000. Generally, you're going to have, and again, the more you can put down, the better off you're going to be, because you're buying that mortgage back, and you're not making any money in the bank. You know, if it's sitting in a savings account, a checking account, put it into the mortgage. Now all of a sudden you're making 7% on that money in a phantom kind of way, but that's what you're getting, because you're not paying that 7%.
In the roundabout, if you're not paying it, you're making it.
Exactly, right. Exactly. So it's that's always, market's always changing. We went through this before when the market fell apart before in 2008. It's a totally different deal now than what we're going through. I think that we're going to have economically, countrywide, I think we're going to see some economic challenges, but I don't see housing taking the hit that it took before, because if you could fog a mirror, they were given mortgages. Now these houses that are selling now, you've got some skin in the game. You've got money, you've got equity built into there. You had to put money down. You have good credit. The number of people with bad credit that got houses is very low, actually. So hopefully people won't start getting laid off. There's nothing to do about that. But I don't see the same type of train wreck that caused the economic crisis in '08 that we're going through now.
Y'all doing much on selling new construction stuff?
There is new construction going on. Most of that we're selling the lots to people that are buying to build on, and those guys are out 6, 7, 8 months, to get started, and then it's getting the material together to get them finished. You see these projects where they start, and then you don't see anybody there for a month, and then you see them there, and it's all busy, and then you don't see them again for another couple of weeks. And when we built ours, once we broke ground, there was something going on every day. There was motion all the time, except for waiting for the concrete to dry. There was something going on every day, and you're not seeing that now when you go by these places. Once they put the magic beans down and it starts to grow up, it gets up and it stops, and then it gets up and it stops. It's material wise too.
Staging.
Yeah.
How do we get you?
Call my honey. She's at 870-405-0793. The website's retiredtoarkansas.net. We've got the full MLSs on our website. It's easy to search. You can see what's out there. You can see what's going on in your neighborhood. There's a number of different ways to search. And there's other cameras on there and everything else. So that's a very useful tool. But Call My Honey's the best. If you're going to go to the office, ask for the Z team. We're not sitting around in the office. If you're going to call the office, go to the office, Call My Honey first. It'll make things much easier. 870-405-0793. And if you want to use Bob's card over at Orschland's, you can just tell them 870-405-0793.
And they'll say, wait a minute, are you really that person?
They're paying attention.
They are. Good to see you once again.
Yes, sir.
See you again next week.
We will.
This has been This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora, Century 21 LeMac Realty, the Z Team, 870-405-0793, retiredarkansas.net. Realtors you could recommend to your friends. I always say they're busy, but never too busy to help you.
That's true.
Have a great day.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home. At Lady
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for Football Friday. Coach Steve Airy, Coach Greg Crow are with us this morning. Welcome, gentlemen.
Morning.
How are y'all today?
Good.
Good. Coach Crow, let's talk junior high football. We had a good home game against Jonesboro MacArthur Cyclones last night.
Yes.
And the score was 37-7.
I thought overall our kids, for 2.5 quarters, it's probably as well as we played all year. I mean, we were pretty clean and we didn't have a lot of mistakes, and our tempo was good. And defensively, we struggled a little bit starting off, but we kind of got going midway in the first quarter, and it was really good. I mean, we're getting closer on our onside kicks every time. I mean, they're there. We just got to get them, but I mean, I thought overall it was really good for us going into next week.
Last night was your first conference game for
Yes.
the newly formed last year's newly formed conference. And if you had to pick out some plays or some players from last night's game, talk about who would it be?
I mean, it's just. I mean, honestly, you can't even. I mean, Barrett Miller had a great night, which he has a great night, all the time. He's just a phenomenal football player. But I mean, I thought our offensive line played really well. I thought Nizio, linebacker, played really, really well. Mills on the defensive line had a good game. Dayton Davis, just his blocking was phenomenal. Carter Atkins ended up with like 7 tackles at safety spot, and he had 6 on the first drive. So that was, really good. And there's just a lot of positives for us moving forward. And our kids were really crisp at practice on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, you could tell their eyes, their mind was on a little bit. So it was positive going forward for sure.
The viewers may not know this, but you guys practice twice a day.
We do. We practice basically in about 2 40 to 50-minute increments, if you want to get right down to it. We practice early morning, and we do all our defensive work and our offensive run game, and then in the afternoon we do special teams. And we don't wear pads in the afternoon. The linemen do some days, but I mean, we basically practice in about 2 50-minute increments right in there.
Coach Airy, you were on the sideline last night during the junior high game. What's the positives and the negatives you're seeing there? Any?
The positives are that they're really physical. They enjoy playing. They're having fun. Football's a great game. I wish more of them played. You know. Negatives, shoot, is that you can't play 35 of them. You know what I mean? Right. He has a lot of guys on the sideline. He got them in the second half, and sometimes you think maybe we should schedule another B game or something every now and then just so he could run back and forth to Harrison a couple more times a week.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of good kids on that team, and you wish you had more reps to go around.
Yeah. Coach Crow, what's we're only going to have like 4 home games this year. Is that going to flip-flop next year? We'll have more home games next year?
It all depends on what our conference is. We'll actually have less in the conference. We'll only have 2 home games in the conference next year. So I mean, we actually have 3 home games in the conference this year. So we'll have 2 one year, 3 the next, and then non-conference, which Marion will be in here in 2 weeks, and that'll be a really good game. They're getting a lot better, for sure. And then, so it's always nice to play at home. I mean, we travel so much, and got to go back to school the next day. I mean, it takes a toll. There's no doubt.
You had Frank Lockhart had a pretty good game last night as well.
Does a good job. No bigger than what he is, and he's got the frame, I think, to put on some size, but he I mean, he really throws everything around he's got. So it was just good to see, and you know, our kids know what's coming this week, and you know, I mean, I'd be lying to you if we hadn't been working on it for a couple of weeks, and they know it. So, you know, and honestly, we're going to go to work on it today.
And who's up next for you?
We play Jonesboro Camp, and I mean, they're really, really good, and you know, we're the only team in our league that can beat them. There's no question. No one, I don't think anybody else can stay on the field with them.
And you're playing at their house.
Playing at their house, and they've got two backs that, you know, remind you of Barrett Miller. So we're going to be really assignment-oriented and, you know, and do our job, and I think we can. You know, we got to go do it.
Do you have any 8th graders playing up on the 9th grade team?
Elijah Hillstrom and Gus Wilbur are, and Gus had been out. He kind of had tweaked his back early in August and missed some time, and then he broke his finger. We were doing onside kick stuff versus air, and he dove on the ball and broke his finger, so he missed a couple of weeks. But we got him back last week, and he's really helping us at corner and helping us at wide receiver. He's going to be a really good football player.
Carried the ball a couple times last night, looked pretty good.
And
Hillstrom did as well.
Yeah, and I mean, Hillstrom carries totes the mail really well, and you know, he's getting about 5-6 carries a game, and so I mean, I've been pleased with those guys.
As an 8th grader playing up with the 9th grade, will he be able to play 9th grade ball next year?
Mm-hmm.
Both of them will?
Yeah.
Doesn't mess with their eligibility? Yeah.
Doesn't mess with their eligibility at all, and you know, I've always been a firm believer it helps your 9th grade team the next year because you have kids coming back that have played that level, and then your 8th grade team, you get more kids on the field as far as that goes. And I don't move them up if I'm not going to play them and get them involved. I'm not moving them up and sit there. But, I mean, you're getting more kids involved in 8th grade, learning how to do things. And, you know, and a lot of people think differently than what I do as far as that goes. But it's always made a big difference for us to be able to do that. Plus, it gives you some more depth, you know. Because, I mean, depth wins.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Absolutely. Coach Airy, let's talk about the Russellville game real quick before break. And we'll just make it quick and then go on. After the break, we'll come back and talk about tonight's game. Things just didn't gel for us.
No, I really was really displeased with the defense. It looked like we were lack of preparation on our part, which we felt like going into it. We had 2 morning practices, 30 minutes offense, 30 minutes defense, and then we got wet bulb, you know, in the afternoon, so we got no practice at all.
What does that mean?
It's too hot to practice, so they kick you out of practice.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm. So we just looked like we didn't tackle very well. We looked like we hadn't had pads on all week. We looked a little bit dysfunctional, and I blame that on me. I should have got him up and had him in practice probably at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't know you got completely kicked out of practice. I thought you could still get out there in helmets and shorts and t-shirts, you know. But you're out. When it gets to certain degrees, you're out. You're kicked off the field.
That's a little bit strange. Seemed like the 4-man worked good for you again last week. You're going to continue that?
They had a sniffer back that just kind of wore us out, number 9.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, which when I went and installed, I had an offense similar to that before I came here. And Gus Malzahn says, this got to be your best player on the team. Well, number 9 was the best player on their team, and he kicked our ends out, he pinned our ends, he would lead up in a hole and kick our linebackers' butts, but he's the guy, and he's a bad dude. And their run game really got going, and it hurt us. And they had a little play action going off of it as well, but we struggled there for about a quarter and a half, couldn't get them off the field. They did whatever they wanted to do, and that was the name of the game. I think they put 21 points up in the second quarter. That was the killer.
Yeah, 21 unanswered. Second quarter kind of
makes sense. We had a now screen that went to the house. That should never happen. That should be a 5-yard gain. And it went to the house. You know, we just had 4 guys miss the tackles, and I don't have any explanations, but it is what it is.
And it's over. So it's tonight's a new night. It'll be Pulaski Academy coming to town tonight. With that, we're going to take a break. You're watching the morning show on XL7-TV. Coach Steve Area, Coach Greg Crow will be back in just a moment.
Mexican restaurant, we are here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Ever been in a cave before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the car!
How will we?
The car! Your offer's been accepted. Ever bought a house before?
It's our first time.
All right.
Where are you going?
I'll see you at the closing.
But how will we?
The closing!
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you?
Welcome to Friday Football. Coach Steve Area is with us. We're talking Mountain Home Bomber football. Tonight, the Pulaski Academy Bruins are coming into town. Coach, I don't know that they've ever had to make a road trip like this before. Not this distance.
Unless they played somebody from out of state, because I know they're probably having trouble getting games in state.
Yeah. They're one of the teams that moved up to 6A this year, along with Little Rock Catholic, and they're a powerhouse.
They're a powerhouse. They're solid. Everything about them's solid, and they've got a reputation, and it's deserved.
Again, the Bombers will give up. I did a rough figure on it night before last, and I believe it's 47 pounds per man on the offensive defensive line. They're big.
They're big, and as big as they are, they may even be faster.
Yeah, and they're
than they are big.
Yep.
They got guys everywhere that can run.
Yeah, they're very big. They're very disciplined. They're the Pulaski Academy Bruins. What did Josh tell us, Scooter, last week? Their record, they haven't lost, but
11 games or something
since 2006.
Yeah, something crazy.
It's a program that they've put in a lot of work. They've got a lot of dedication from players and staff and parents. But the Bombers, they've been working, practicing up for them.
We're working at it. That's all you can do at this point. We want to get out and play good people. You get better. And we need to be really good here in a few weeks. You know, we really need to finish up strong. We know we're hitting the teeth of the schedule right now, and we're hoping we get better because we're hitting the teeth of the schedule. You know, we're hitting the buzzsaw head on right now. So,
you know, if they rated seasons like they do in college, if they did that in high school, Mountain Home would have to have one of the top 5 toughest schedules out there. You know, you go to a Lake Hamilton and then a Greenwood, and, you know, Russellville wasn't to be as hard as that they ended up being, but then you turn around and you play a Pulaski Academy and Little Rock Catholic. Those 4 or 5 games right there set the bar as being tough.
That stretch is, that stretch right there that you play is brutal. and then you get into that's why it's so important to win week 1, week 2.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just for your morale, and it's so important to come out of the gates and win week 1, week 2, and we didn't pull that off. And I don't know. I don't like the way the schedule's set. You wish you could split that stuff up a little bit, but it's a lot of people refer to it as Murder's Row.
There you go. That's right. Suicide Alley.
But hey, our kids are going to go out, and we got a hold of a tough Lake Hamilton team at home a couple weeks ago, and we played them tough. And
yes, you did.
We're going to go out tonight and try to play these guys tough. And I really thought we would have played Russellville a little tougher, but I really think lack of preparation and poor management on my part played into that factor.
You're going to have a hometown crowd rooting for you tonight, which will help. It always seems to make a difference with the Bombers.
Yeah, it's a good place to play. It's a long trip for everybody that comes, and it's hard to get off the bus and play. It just is.
Spectators may not realize how hard it is to travel. By the time you leave here to go anywhere, it's 4 hours, because you've got to stop, you've got to stretch, you've got to eat, you've got to get out and move, or you get stoved up. It's a hard place to go anywhere to play.
And that's why we got to use that to our advantage. We got to become the best traveling team in the state because we do more of it than anybody else. So we want to try to create that mindset, because it's tough for everybody else to get on a bus and travel this far. It's just a tough route every Friday night.
What's our team looking like? Are we healthy?
We're pretty healthy. Dawson Dunlap wasn't starting, but he hurt himself again doing some running over the weekend, so he's out. He was playing some special teams and doing a good job for us on Monday nights. Caleb Foster's not a starter for us. He hurt his shoulder. He got dropped on his shoulder this week.
He's our JV quarterback, which again, they're undefeated at this point.
Yep. And they said sprained AC, so I think he'll be out 3 weeks probably. He might get back on his
third. Who's going to back up on your JV
quarterback? It's going to be Brent Setzer. And Brent came in the other night, threw a touchdown, ran for a touchdown, so he had a good night.
Okay, good.
We like our Setzer boys. Eric's got 2 good ones right there.
Sure enough. How about your DBs? Are we healthy in the DB area? That seems where we suffer the most.
We don't have a whole lot of depth right there. And yeah, Tristan's been out all week nursing. He rolled his ankle on Monday, and he's going to play Friday night. So we've nursed him through the week. He'd been fighting a hamstring, so he's just been beat up all year. But we'll be with Drury and Barnett and Yates and Tristan. So we're pretty solid on the back end.
The Hubbard, 25, Chris Hubbard, come into the ball game. He started Friday night, then he come out for a while, then he came back. He's not hurt?
No. He started. He got the bulk of the carries because Jacob was beat up last week. Chenoweth was beat up, and he come in and got some carries, and then we got Jacob in the game a little bit, and that's kind of how that played out.
Of course, you've got some good hands, and Jet Hannaford made some good plays.
Jet has really good hands, and Jeff's got a really tough mindset. He's kind of a scrapper, so he's a good blocker. He's got good ball skills. We just get him a little bit faster. He needed to score that one the other night. He didn't quite get away from everybody, but it was a nice play and had a touchdown catch. Should have had 2 touchdown catches. But he's nice hand. We're glad we have him.
Yeah. I'm still impressed by your sophomore center. He does a good job.
Yeah, Caleb Dude's doing a really nice job. Talon Palmer's going to play a bunch tonight as a sophomore. So a few of those sophomores are getting on the field a little bit. I think Eli Jones is going to play a little bit tonight.
There you go. I saw him Friday night as well. Played a little bit.
He's had a good week of practice. Yeah. And then some of our young guys are doing really well on Monday night. They're going to start, getting in a rotation a little bit, I think, as we get toward the end of the season.
What's up next for your JV team?
Where they go? I don't know if I think we go to Batesville Monday
Travel
night.
to Batesville Monday? I believe so, too.
I think I couldn't remember if it's home or away, but it's Batesville Monday night.
Yeah, I'd like to see a home game JV, but I guess they're
boy,
away.
it is so hard to get a home game in this town.
Yeah.
So far away from everybody.
And people don't understand that either. That's a tough thing, and you want to keep your guys playing because the only way you're going to have a good varsity team is you have a good JV. And if you got to travel your JV every week, it puts a toll on them.
It does, and it's hard because they come in, they get off a bus late, and they got to come in Tuesday afternoon, beat on the varsity a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, when I first got here, I think they had played like one JV game and a two-quarter scrimmage against Yellville or something. I mean, the JV schedule was just almost non-existent. I just made my mind up. We'll travel, but we have to play.
Yeah, we talked about that when you first came. You know, we both said that.
I thought if we had a good JV schedule, we'd keep more kids out.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You know, we didn't do a good job of that, but we're doing a better job of this. I'll tell you what we are doing a better job of is we're playing everybody on Monday night. We're playing everybody. So hopefully everybody comes back next year.
Right.
And I know Coach Jarrett's working. There's 11 offensive linemen getting equal reps on Monday nights, you know. So
yeah, not only are they playing, Coach, they're winning.
They're winning, and some of those guys will have to go put on a defensive hat next year, you know, but it's going to be all right. We're getting a lot of guys on the field, and I hope they all come back, and I know they're having fun on Mondays right now. So.
A little heartening for the seniors this year. They're off to an 0-5 start. But I've seen 0-5 seasons before that have turned around. In 2006, we had an 0-5 or 0-4 season that we turned around and won out, made it all the way to the finals. And
Decon texted me the other day, said they started 0-6.
0-6.
But I told him yesterday, I said, you know, you go back and look at your schedule, there's about 3 or 4 games there where it's about a 10-point swing. I said, you get 10 points better, you may be winning some games.
Right.
You know, and that's not letting that now screen go to the house and hitting that B gap when you're supposed to hit that B gap where that kid from Lake Hamilton guts us in the B gap, and we should have had a player in there, and he didn't go. He just he did his own thing.
One thing you can hand it to the guys, I ran into one of your players yesterday at lunch, and I told him this very thing. I said, boys, one thing you got to do is we don't need any quitters. Plain and simple. Winners never quit, quitters never win. Vince Lombardi. They're playing good football. The score's just not showing it. They're playing some good football at times, but they're also letting things down at times. The simple mistakes is what have killed us. And arm tackling just doesn't work.
No, we weren't very physical. We've tackled every day this week. I don't know that we did last week because we thought we was going to get the shoulder pads pulled off of us in the afternoon and thought we could practice in shorts, but we didn't even get to practice in shorts. I mean, but like I said, we got 30 minutes offense, 30 minutes of defense, and pads in the morning, and that was it. So it was bad planning on my part. I should have had him up there at 5:30 in the morning. I didn't know how we'd travel and how we'd play, really jacking up our schedule, getting up real early in the morning. You think, well, we practiced this summer, we practiced this long, we kind of know our stuff, you know, and we just didn't look very good.
Again, tonight, Bomber Stadium. Pregame starts at 6 on XL7-TV. Kickoff will be at 7 o'clock. They're going to do a special halftime presentation in honor of Max Atkinson and Coach A for what they've done in the soccer program here in Mountain Home. As people know, Max lost his life in a boating accident this summer, and he's well missed in the press box.
Absolutely.
So, Coach Ari, we appreciate you taking the time to join us each and every Friday. We sure do. We sure do like watching Bomber football, and appreciate you coming in.
Well, I hope we come out tonight and play hard.
Bring the best. That's all we can do. Play our best and see what happens.
We know we're going to get a piece of probably one of the best, and they need to get our best.
That's exactly right. You've been watching The Morning Show on XL7-TV. This is Friday Morning Football with Coach Steve Airy. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you Monday.